want to start off this press conference by thanking the Mandalay Bay. We're back here again. We chased away the demons. We were a little nervous coming here after all the bad things that happened in 33, but it was the complete opposite of UFC 33. This was a great show tonight. All the fighters came out and fought hard, and it was one of the greatest shows ever. I think it actually topped UFC 40 in energy and everything. On top of that, I'd like to announce that it did top UFC 40 in the gate. The largest gate we had ever done until tonight was 1.5 million. Tonight's gate was 1.6. So,
first of all, I want to say thank you everybody over here tonight. Thank you to my family. Thank you American Top Team. Yeah. I think American Top Team in a couple of years is gonna be the best team of the world. And I fought against Karo tonight, and he's, I don't know what I said before, he's one of the best 155 fighter of the world. So I'm really happy, and I'm waiting for another fight. I want to be the champ. I want to fight. I'm going to train because I want to be the champ. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody who helped me train for this fight. I want to thank Zuffa, Dana White here, and the UFC for making my dreams come through. And I also like to thank Jeremy Jackson for taking the fight with me back in July. I know I didn't have to do that, and he's an awesome fighter. And I'm really happy to be in the UFC.
First things first, gotta thank God. That's the biggest thing. And he did me right this time. I got stayed healthy. That was the biggest thing for me, is just getting through the week. I got to stay away from certain people in my gym that like to try and beat me up because I'm a small guy. So the second thing is I want to thank everyone out for coming out. You guys, awesome support tonight. That's a key thing for our sport to grow, and it just, it's finally starting to get good press, and I think it's gonna be wonderful. And
we're honored to have you here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. Karo is a student of Gene's, and like I said, another awesome fight. Congratulations, Karo. Where are you? Come on up here, buddy.
Like Josh said, first things first, I'd like to thank God, whole UFC crew, Dana White, Joseph for making this possible. It's a dream come true for me. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
God blessed me with a victory tonight too, so I want to thank him for that. I also want to thank my teammates, these guys, they train with me every day. George, his jiu-jitsu school, and Josh, Billy, Carey, Billy for all the work that he does with my diet and my strength training and everything. And I want to say thanks to Jeremy and Tim, because I went out to Utah and those guys were out there training for a couple weeks, and we were at Walt Bayless, and that was just very beneficial for me. I want to take this time to thank all my sponsors. Everyone knows who they are, but definitely Joe Gold. And I really want to thank Rich and Billy and those guys. They gave me a help out and got my diet straight and maybe pack on some weight so I could fight again so we'd be the same size. My team, of course, Team FS. There's a lot of things you guys don't know about with the UFC that I just want to give a shout out to. Lisa, Beth, Art, Bert, Melissa, Donna, Dana, Lorenzo. All these people are just busting their asses, getting us all these positions. Beth and I have been running on the road, LA on the Tom Green show, here, there, everywhere, Vegas. Dana's been flying on the interstate, putting my life in danger, trying to get me on planes and stuff. But all in all, I'm really happy to be here, and I am the real deal. And there's some guys out there that are running their mouth, and they know who they are. Frank Mir, you want a shot, you got it, baby. I'll knock your ass out too. So sign the deal, let's do it. I'm injury free right now, so we'll do it in November if it's an opportunity. Take care, guys.
Don't let sorry.
Скоро исправлю. Вот, спасибо моей команде, моим спонсорам, организаторам соревнований. Большое спасибо.
Andrei wants to thank everybody. He apologizes that he cannot speak English very well at this point in time, but he promises everybody that he'll fix that. And he wants to thank his sponsors, his team, and obviously organizers of this event for putting this together and making it possible for him.
Don't give Phil Baroni a mic. All right. Anybody have any questions? Go ahead.
Well, I think when you get in the octagon, you realize there's 11,000 people screaming, and I hit him with the shot, off the bat with the jab. I closed the gap, and I want to see if I take.
So I'll just jump back where I left off. So tonight, Randy fought another good friend of mine who's, Tito and I have been together as long as Chuck and I have been. And I told Randy last time when he beat Chuck, I said, I've been betting against you since, the day we bought this thing. I didn't think he was going to beat Pedro Rizzo. That fight happened, and then when it was over, I didn't think he beat Pedro Rizzo, so I made him fight him again. Came out, and he beat Pedro Rizzo. He lost a couple of fights, and I figured, I think Randy's at the end of his reign right now, and we had to move down to light heavyweight so that Chuck could beat him and Chuck could win the interim title. No, not the case. Randy Couture is unbelievable. And tonight, he fought a guy who is seriously the most dominating light heavyweight champion in UFC history. And it was an awesome fight. It was all about who was going to get the takedown, who was going to get the dominant position. And, Randy kept getting the takedowns. Tito stayed in there strong. I mean, Tito was in a tough fight that he was on the bottom almost the entire night. He doesn't really look like he was on the bottom the whole night. He hung in there. Tito has a big heart and one of the best fighters in the world. Just wasn't his night tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Tito Ortiz.
All I keep thinking about is how hard I trained to get here. Every champion needs to take a loss. This kind of reminds me back when Muhammad Ali fought Joe Frazier. Got his ass kicked the first fight. Next fight, he came back. Every champion needs to get his ass kicked. This is the first time I've got my ass kicked. Not as bad as I expected it. Each round was just like bam, it was over. Each round, bam, it was over. I just couldn't get a catch on, man. I just think that maybe all this PR stuff, trying to help the UFC, I forgot about one thing, that's myself. I can't take nothing away from Randy. He fought a great fight. He fought probably one of the best fights he could ever fight. He put me where no one's ever put me. He took me where no one ever took me down. I've never been taken down in UFC history, and Randy proved what type of wrestler he is. He's a man who I've always looked up to, and I've always respected, and I think I gave him a little too much respect. I want to thank all my training group, Rampage, Colin.
All right, you go.
I'm 28 years old. I've been doing this stuff since I've been 22. I'm a young kid still. I have a lot of fights in my life right now. In this fight, I want it to happen again. I promise to give more than I've ever gave. And I'll be a lot more readier than this time. I'm not gonna do all the PR bullshit that I did before. I'm gonna concentrate more on this fight than I ever concentrated anything before. I hate losing. I hate losing. There's nothing worse than losing. I have the same feeling that I felt when I lost to Frank Shamrock, but I lost to another champion. Once again, I will be back. I guarantee you, I will be back. I gotta give it to Randy Couture for being a great champion, being a mentor in my life. He's going to push me to become, once again, a champion, because I do want a rematch, and I will be back. And I guarantee I'll be back with a fury. I'll be back with a vengeance, and I will once be again a light heavyweight champion again. Randy, good fight tonight.
So like I said before, this is the guy that I keep betting against. You know, I'm going to steal this one. This isn't mine. Somebody else gave it to me, but it's true. He is the Michael Jordan of mixed martial arts. And as of right now, this second right now, he is the best light heavyweight in the world, no doubt about it. And I might be a little biased, but Tito and Chuck are, you know, that's serious stuff to have in your resume, beating Tito and Chuck the way he has. And after he beat Chuck, I went up there and I strapped the belt on him and I said, you're the best, you're the greatest champion in UFC history, and he really is. Ladies and gentlemen, the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, Randy Couture.
Does anybody have any Advil? I want to give a special thanks to Tito. I think that him stepping up showed that he's a real, true warrior, and I think he showed me more respect than he showed a lot of his opponents, and I appreciated that. And I know he said I was a mentor of his, and that's very flattering considering the reign that he's had in the light heavyweight division. And I really appreciate that. Special thanks to his family. I know that there's been a lot of crap going on in the public relations thing for this fight, and that's all it is. It's crap. It doesn't really matter. When it gets down to it, we still got to fight on Friday night. Tonight was my night, but Tito made me step up. He brought out the best in me. He made me do a lot of things that I didn't want to do, but I had to do it if I was going to keep up with him and if it was going to be my night. And for that, I thank him. The sport is on the verge of being huge, as you can see. I did more TV and more radio this week for this fight than I've done for any fight that I've been in since I've been in the UFC. That tells me something. And that's a thanks to all you out there that are making it happen, that keep coming back and keep watching us and keep giving us the support that you're giving us. All my sponsors, all the team, the guys at Team Quest, thanks for pushing me every day and making me better. And you never know at 40 years old that you can get better, but it's happening. I think I get better each and every time I go out there. And it's because of guys that forced me to do it like Tito. Thanks a lot. See me again.